What do you do when a guy is playing games with your emotions? Nothing. You don't do nothing at all. You get on with your life and you invest all that time and all that energy into you. You don't do nothing at all. You good. You good. You good. You don't listen. I could end it right here. I could end it right here and say, just do you, boo. But you know me, I like to talk. We like some meat on the bone. I can end the video right here. I can end the video right here and that's it. I've done my part. I've done my part. Mic drop. Mic drop. I need a mic. I got a mic. I ain't got a mic. Mic drop. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shan. If you're new here, what's good? You might as well subscribe because I know, right, after this you'll be back. I know after this you'll be back. If you're regular here, what's good? How's it going? What's going on? Guys, listen, right? I feel like I need to speak about this, okay? I feel like I have enough experience. I've spoken to enough females to really know, what's been going on out here. And I'm saying, let's get into it because some some guys, right? Some guys, some men, I won't say boys, but we want to talk correct. Some men, right? And it's annoying to even say men, but some men play games. Let me get comfortable because you start, right? There. Some men play games. Some men play games. Now, when I say games, I'm not talking about football, right? I'm not talking about Xbox, PlayStation. I'm talking about mind games. I'm talking about emotional games, playing with your feelings. Now, listen, right? Let's just make it clear, all right? I'm not talking about abuse, right? Even though it feels a bit like you're trying to hurt me, you're trying to play with me, right? We're not talking about emotional abuse. We're not talking about coercive control. We're just talking about, right, a guy that you might be talking to, a guy that you might be seeing, a guy that you might be dating, right? Playing with your emotions, playing with your emotions, and you don't get it. You're questioning. Are you going crazy? You're asking yourself, is it me? Is it me? Like, is it me overthinking it? Is it me doing this? Is that? I'm gonna give you the tea. I'm gonna give you the tea right now, okay? I'll be honest, right? I don't think it's you. I'm just saying, like, I'm defending you already. I'm saying, I don't think it's you. I don't think it's you. Listen, right? I'm going to explain why guys might mess about. Okay, and then also I'm going to explain to you what you should do. I could end the video right here. And you're probably questioning, what do you mean by that, Shan? I'm saying nothing. I'm saying there's no tactics there is some tactics. Listen, there is some tactics to this, like if you want to play the game, but I'll tell you how to play the game, right? But the real trick is you're not playing the game to get a reaction. You're not playing the game to get any response. Listen, this is all about you focusing on yourself. This is all about you focusing on yourself. I'm telling you, I'm just thinking, who's that? This is all about you focusing on yourself. So I'm saying some of the reasons why guys play games, right? Man just want to see you get a little bit emotional. I know I said it. Sometimes man just want to see you, guys just want to see you a little bit emotional. So if you're going through this dating stage, right, he might want to know how much you like him. Okay, so rather than him asking, and actually, you know what, he might ask you how much you like him, but sometimes, right, that ain't enough. Sometimes that ain't enough. Sometimes it ain't enough. So what's he gonna do? All right, he might take long to respond on purpose. Okay, yes, we're adults. Yes, people get busy, but sometimes it's intentional. Now listen, let me make this clear, all right? I'm not delusional or gullible. I understand that we're adults, okay? I understand that this rule doesn't apply all the time, okay? And it's not all guys that do this, okay? Not every guy does these things. I understand that we're adults. I understand that people get busy. I understand that we all have things going on. I understand that the world doesn't revolve around you and me, okay? I understand that, but also I'm very clued up on the fact that some people, some guys, right, will intentionally do things to get a reaction because they want to get you emotional. So at this stage, you've got some good consistency going on, okay? Now he messages you saying, hey boo, how you doing? You respond like, I'm good. You're waiting for his response for a few days. And you're like, hold on, hold on. What does it do? It causes you to get a little bit anxious, like, hold on, are we good? Like, what's going on? Does he like me? Is he done with me? I'm telling you, right? He's just testing the waters. What I don't want is the things that I tell you, you see a guy doing it or you sense that a guy's doing it, and then the very first thing that he does, like onto him saying he's playing games, because I've come to the conclusion that it's a pattern of behavior, okay? When a guy is making a habit of doing something, then you've got a real indication as to whether they're playing games or not. If it happens once or twice, you ain't got enough evidence to build your case. You ain't got enough evidence to build your case. So you gotta just kick back and just get on with your life, okay? Like, just get on with what you've got to do. But I'm saying, right, when you see a pattern, then you know that from day one, this is what's been going on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Listen, right? And listen, I'm spilling all the tea today. What you'll find is, okay, so now he's not messaging back. You ain't got time for this. You're tired. You got things to do. He might say he's gonna call, but he don't call. He might call you, right? And in the middle of the conversation, he might say, I'll call you back. And he doesn't. Okay, but you don't call him back either. Because in some cases, what he's trying to do, trying to get you emotional. He's trying to get you to act out of character, because then what you're showing him is how much you like him, how much you really like him. And that's what a lot of guys want. They just want that reassurance, right? Like we do, that you're interested, to reassure them that they're the one. Now, I don't believe this is healthy. I believe doing stuff like this is rooted in insecurities and just a lack of communication, right? Just ask, do you like me? How much do you like me? Like, let people listen, right? In my opinion, I believe that a lot of men, right, lack emotional intelligence and might not necessarily know what their love language is. Like, my love language is words of affirmation. So I like the words. I like you to talk to me because I like to talk to you. I like you to talk to me. I like you to affirm. Okay, so talk to me, like tell me something, like talk. Let's talk about anything. Let's talk about anything. Okay. And I truly think it's twofold, where guys don't know how to communicate, but also they might not know their love language, and they might not know how they want to be treated. They might not know how they want to be affirmed. Okay. For some people, it's quality time. For some people, it's gifts. For some people, it's physical touch. Okay. But if you imagine you've got a guy whose love language is words of affirmation, right? And he needs words to affirm and to reassure him that, you know, that you like him or that you're interested. If he can't communicate that, then that's a whole cocktail of confusion for you, okay? And some people might say, oh, you know, if he's playing games, he's not interested. Listen, right? Just because a guy plays games, it doesn't mean that he's not interested in you. Okay, it doesn't mean that he's not interested in you. It might mean that he's immature. It might mean that he wants to get you emotional and he wants a reaction, because if he can get you emotional, if he can get a reaction, that gives them the impression that he holds a little place in your heart, right? If you feel that there's this push and pull thing, right? For me, it's common courtesy. It's common courtesy that just don't play games, just don't be silly, just communicate. Like, isn't this just adult stuff? Isn't this just grown stuff where you just communicate? If you've got a question, you ask. If you want to say something, just say it. Like, to me, it's simple, right? To us females, for some of us, right, it's simple. And it's not just me that believes this. I've heard it, I've saw it. Like, I see it on social media all the time. I have conversations with people that I know. Like, I've experienced it. Listen, I'm just speaking on behalf of all my ladies, and I'm saying, this is what's going on out here. This is what's going on. And I'm saying, you don't have to settle for this. You don't have to tolerate it. And there might come a point where you get frustrated with the games. You get frustrated with feeling like someone's playing with your emotions, and feeling like someone's purposely doing things to get a reaction out of you. The person's being tactical, intentional, and doing things to push your buttons. And you might get to the point where you want to speak your mind, you want to pull them up. You might get to the point where you want to highlight everything that they're doing. And that's fine if you want to do that. But I'm saying, how many times are you going to do it? How many times are you willing to tell a grown adult simple things? How many times are you willing to repeat yourself? How many times do you want to bang your head up the wall and feel like you're speaking to a brick wall? Because I'm saying that we're all adults out here. Listen, right? No one's perfect. We've all got areas where we need to improve. We've all got areas where we're lacking. You know, like sometimes we're lacking. Sometimes we can do better. Everybody, I'm saying humans, females, we all can do better at our communication, at treating people right, and all the rest of it. But if you're in the early stages, right, and they're doing this, or if you notice a change in their behavior and it becomes a habit, right, sometimes it's games, and you might feel that you need to keep pulling the person up. You might feel like, is it you? You might be questioning, is it me? And you might feel like you're going crazy. You might feel like you're doubting and second guessing yourself. And I'm saying, don't do that. I'm saying, don't do that. And you might be saying, well, Shan, I like him. I like him. I love him. Like, he's the one. Like, he's cute. He doesn't, nah. Listen, it might get to the point where you might want to say, you know what? Well, I'm not messaging back then. I'm not calling back then. I'm not doing this then. You now start playing the game too, because now you're like, don't play with me. Don't message me back now if you didn't message me back before. Now you might be like, now due to frustration, now due to self-respect, you're now playing the game and you don't realize that you're playing the game, because now you're not responding. Now you're responding when you want. Now you're doing this when you want. Now I'm saying you ain't got time for that, because you have to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Are you now doing it to become revengeful? Are you now doing it to play a game? Or are you doing it because you're really trying to work on yourself and you just focused on you? Okay, don't do it for reaction. Do it because you want to focus on you. And you have to be okay with letting people go. You have to be okay with walking away. And I know you don't like that one, but you have to be okay with walking away. If you feel that someone's trying to manipulate your emotions, manipulate the situation, right? Call your bluff, cause you to be the bait, right? I'm saying you ain't got time for that. The moment you start overthinking it, the moment you start giving it your attention, the moment you start deepening it, right? They've got you, and that's what they want. And I'm saying you haven't got time for it. You need to be so obsessed with your own life. You need to be so focused on the things you've got going on, the things that God wants you to focus on. Because there's so many things that could have your attention right now, other than the games that somebody's playing with your emotions. When you feel emotionally unstable, it's hard to focus on anything, okay? It's hard to give your all to anything. Now you're confused. Now you don't even know if you want, you know what I'm saying? You're very confused. And every decision that you make, right, it's coming from an emotional place. And I'm saying, don't be emotional. Come out of your feelings and focus on the things that you can focus on. Be obsessed with your own life. Go to the gym, meet up with your friends, do some exercise, have fun, start that hobby, start that new venture, start that business, get creative, right? Work on yourself and invest all that time and energy into you. Start looking cute, start dressing nice. And this isn't about you now getting a reaction to see if the person comes back, to see if the person's going to message you back or call you back first. Nah, you're locked in your own life. You're locked in with God. You're focused. You're reading your Bible. You're locked in. Hey, don't get obsessed. Don't get caught up with somebody that isn't even going to be your husband, that isn't even going to be a long-term, I was going to say situation. Listen, your head's gone. Your head's gone. And then you look back. We've all done it. You look back and you're like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Like, why did I do that? Like, I should have known better. Why didn't I listen? And I'm saying, don't give this more attention than it should. And like I said, take this lightly, because I know sometimes that people can overthink, people can become very paranoid, people can become very insecure, thinking that someone's playing with them, someone doesn't want to speak to them, someone doesn't want to be around them. And for the most part, people probably are getting on with their lives and just doing what they're doing. Hey, but when you notice a pattern, right? When you notice a pattern, I'm saying cut. Listen, if you're trying to move forward with your life and let this guy go, you need to now detach. Maybe you need to delete phone numbers, text messages, photos, right? Things that are sentimental. Because if you're trying to move forward and not get emotional and not be in your feelings, right, then you're gonna have to do some things to protect your heart, okay? And maybe I need to make another video on how to overcome a breakup. I think I'm gonna do that next. I'm all for giving people chances, okay? But we don't want to be a walkover. You don't want someone to break every rule that you make for yourself. You don't want someone to constantly be pushing your boundaries, testing your boundaries. It has a lot to do with self-worth, okay? And knowing what you need to do to protect your energy, to protect your feelings, to protect your emotions, and to guard your heart, and not be so open and vulnerable to anyone that you meet, okay? Like, sometimes you might feel like you need to explain yourself. Sometimes you might feel like you need to give people the benefit of the doubt, but not everybody deserves that. Not everybody deserves your energy. Like the Bible says, guard your heart. Okay, so I'm not saying have a brick wall up, but have some gates. There's gaps in between, yeah? There's gaps in between the gates, but like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that brick wall ain't letting nothing through, and I'm saying you open. Okay, you're open, but there's still some boundaries in place. And you know what's crazy? I see that meme all the time. Don't let your boyfriend get in your way of you having your husband. And I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself because it's so tempting, isn't it? Like, let's be real, it's tempting to, you know, give people your attention, you know, speak to people, and, you know, it's tempting. But listen, when you really think about what you want for your life, when you really think about how you imagine your life to be, think about this guy that's playing games with you, that's playing with your emotions, that is being manipulative, that just wants a reaction from you, doing this push and pull thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention as well, one thing to look out for as well is, you see, when you do pull the person up on their behavior, when you do pull the person up on their actions, it's all downplayed, like, and now you question if it's you, and he's like, nah, I was busy, what are you on about? I'm not acting off with you, I'm not. All right, cool. All right, cool. Listen, in some cases, right, you know that you're right. Don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. You overlook it because you want him around. And then before you know it, you're in something that's manipulative. You're in something that because it's cute. Now you're in something because of familiarity. Now you're in something because you like him, but you don't like his character. But deep down, at this stage, because he's played so much, you might not even like him. You might not even like him now. You start to dislike his character and you're looking at him like... You're like, you're an idiot. You don't like his character. And I truly believe that if you're going to be with somebody, right, we should like a person's character over everything. We should like their values. We should be attracted to their relationship with God. I'm saying if someone's character is ugly, is that somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with? Is that somebody that you want to have children with? And yes, everybody can change. People can grow. People can work on themselves. But have you got time in the early stages? Wait and see if someone's going to change whilst you're being hurt, whilst you're getting upset, whilst you're getting frustrated, whilst you're getting confused. I'm saying everyone should be putting their best foot forward. So if you've not long met somebody, right? If you've not long met somebody and they're acting like all of this in the early stages, that should ring alarm bells. That should signal red flags that he can only get worse, because this is his best foot and his best foot is dry. His best foot has bunions. His best foot is cracking. And I'm saying you ain't got time for that. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. Like, I don't know what you want for your life, okay? But I'm saying you don't want someone that's playing games with you. Nah, boundaries. You need to reinforce your boundaries. And you know what I'm trying to say? You need to reinforce your boundaries. And if you ain't getting it, you're not trying to be around to get someone to get it. You ain't trying to prove to listen. You ain't trying to get somebody to see what your boundaries are if you've already explained. Like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Sorry, I just had to take a little break. I was getting passionate, you know. I just felt like I was just shouting at you guys. And I don't want to shout. I just get passionate because it happens, right? I've spoke to a lot of females. I see it on social media. Like, you just hear about it all the time. And it's true. I just truly believe that everything I just said is facts. Not all men play games, okay? Not all men play games. But some do. And the same way that some women probably play games with men as well. Some women might just do the same thing, okay? But I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men. So the take-home message is, what do you do when you feel as if a guy is playing games with you? Nothing. You do nothing, okay? You get on with your life. You focus on you. You don't seek revenge. You don't try and be tactical. You don't try and play the game. But what you do is you focus on yourself. You invest all that time, all that energy, right? All that focus, put it back on you. You stay locked in with what you've got going on. And if you've got nothing going on, you're gonna find something going on. You're gonna find something to be going on with. Okay, you're gonna go gym. You're gonna go out with your friends. You're gonna read your Bible. You're gonna invest time and energy into yourself, into your children. Meet up with family members. Get busy and focused and locked in with you. Like, listen. If you're dating right now, these guys can't be the center and the focus of your life. They can't be the center and the focus of your life. Easier said than done. Let me just be humble right now. Let me just have some humble pie right now and say, you know what? Easier said than done. Funny, you know, because I'm sitting here giving all the big chat, but I do think, right, I've come a long way. This is why I get so passionate, and I have to share this with you guys, because I'm saying, you'll focus on your life, innit? I'm done. I'm done. Focus on your life. I hope you've taken something from this video. If you haven't, No, you better have. You better have. Listen, you better have. You better. If you haven't taken anything from it, you may need to watch this again, or you may need to send this to a friend that is struggling, that's going through it. And I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. Listen, guys, check out some other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys very, 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 very soon. I will see you sooner than he will see you, right? Because you done. You done, okay? Alright, listen, I hope everyone's good. I love you guys.